So we have understood the importance of special variable double underscore name, right? So because that plays a very key role, as we have seen how does that can be executed and when does that happens, we have clearly seen. And because in Python programming language, everything is an object. Whether you take any variable or print statement or built-in functions, everything is an object. That is the reason it is internally creating a special variable called as name, and when you run that script, automatically you get the main function, main name. Because in Python you don't declare anything like main functions, but special variable name is storing main. See, main is again related. In C programming also you create a main function because everything is related. Now let's understand the first property of how do we assign a function to a variable, because generally whenever we create a function, Python interpreter internally creates an object, because since functions are objects, what we can do? We can pass a function to another function, we can return function to another function, we can pass function as a parameter, one inside another. So these four use cases play a very vital role. Okay, now let's try to understand this by working on an example, as we have done enough of talking, right? So let me open the same script which we are continuously doing. If I don't want to run the above cell, I just keep this as comments. And now I just create, instead of keeping comments here, we'll just understand how functions are considered as first class objects. Functions are considered as first class objects, because when you say first class, in the sense you feel joy, right? The same way, let's see the first property of how do we assigning function to a variable. That is our key property. We just understand that because already we have seen this logic. If you remember, we have already assigned this logic, but let me try to implement in a very simple manner, because if you want to get the result, you can do it in multiple ways, not only assigning to a variable. But let me just evaluate that. So I create my function name as Saket. Okay, I just declare anything, so I just give some argument as a, and so I declare a doc string as understanding first property. So that is my doc string. You just need to close it properly. And what do you want to return? You want to return it with a string compulsory. So hello plus a. So obviously a should be a string, because a string and string will only concatenate. So now if you want to see the result, what do? You give print of Saket of, you're expecting a string here, right? Yes, so I just give hello everyone. When you save and when you execute this, it is basic, which we have already know, hello everyone, and every time you can check the directory. What did we get here? We got Saket, because Saket is our function name. It's as simple as it is, right? Then what is the difference? Now what do I do is, I assign this thing to a variable. So x is equal to Saket of, since x is a variable, and when you call the function, see, you're getting a doc string here. That doc string is clearly mentioning you need to pass one argument. What it is? Understanding first property. So I need to pass something like guys. So hello guys, that will be your output. When do you see that? When you print x. That means here you are assigning function to a variable. Assign function to a variable. That's the key point which you need to remember. So when you execute this, automatically you can see hello guys in your output. That is fine, hello plus guys. And when you run this directory, you not only see Saket but also x in your output, because x is the variable you have created. Whatever you write in the script, that will be loaded into the directory. That's very simple, right? Now even you can create one more thing and call the function Saket of new, whatever you can create. So when I give print of y, so when you save it and when you execute this, automatically you get both the results. And when you run the directory, you can see automatically y variable also being stored in the directory, because directory is something like whatever we execute, it is stored. This is one simple example, assigning function to a variable. Okay, this is fine. I don't want in this way, I want to see in another way. What do you need to do? Yes, you can do in another way where I give a comma b. Instead of directly giving this, I just give a plus b, where I would like to store x is equal to Saket of, I give 10 comma 2. I am giving two numbers. That's what I want to see when I give print of x. So what is the result you are expecting? So obviously you know, right? A is 10, B is 2. So 10 plus 2 is, you are expecting the output as 12. There you go. When you run directory, again you get same x variable. It's fine. And again I want to see the result by assigning function to a variable by giving string. See, a comma b, two arguments. I want to give code and Saket. I just give my name every time, so you need not worry. You can give your own name, it's up to you. When you save, and even you check the type also, because you don't see any difference over there, just make it very simple. Whenever you get any doubt, just check the type of the variable, whatever you are creating, automatically you get the difference. Because whenever you see type, it is clearly telling you object or name. See, object or name, basis dictionary object. As I told you, in Python, everything is an object. When you execute this, automatically you see, you get class as an integer, code plus Saket is a string, code Saket, you get string when you give type. So this is how, when you try to make a function call, you can directly give the function call by giving print. If you have written in the function logic, if you directly have print in the function logic, you can directly call the function, or else you can also assign n number of variables to your function call and you can get the result. So this is the first property of understanding functions as first class object. That's where we have seen understanding or assigning function to a variable. Function as first class object or functions as first class object. Anything you can consider. This is the first important property.